Building a business has a lot of layers, but the most important part of any business is lead generation. Hey, what's up everybody? It's McCauley. Today we're talking about my favorite topic, lead generation. So when you're starting a business, making sure that you can create leads, aka client acquisition, is the most important fundamental bloodline of a business. Now, creating leads and generating referrals is not that easy. People find it kind of tricky, but they don't know where to start. So I'm going to tell you the first place that you should start, and the first place that I started, which is identifying your target audience. Who are you trying to market to? Who do you want as a client, or maybe who do you not want as a client? And once you figure out who your target audience is, that's when the fun part starts. So you got to come up with different methods to market to your target audience. There's a million ways to do this. I like to start out first and foremost with video. I think it is a great avenue to connect with tens of thousands of people. They get to know you, they get to like you, they get to find out more about you and your product. I also think there are a couple old school traditional ways that people can figure out how to market to their target audience. I know it sounds old school, but picking up the phone, making the connection, building the rapport, these things are crucial. Now, if you're in the digital space, you can figure out some SEO optimization. You can do things like gifts, you can run target ads, you can even do giveaways, right? All of these things will create activity for you and with you when you're going after a target audience, but you just have to figure out which one is best for you. And sometimes you've got to run a few test cases and figure out, hey, is the texting platform the best? Is it gifting? Is it a client appreciation party? Again, this is the fun part, to try to figure out exactly what gets what audience. And then as a business owner, you can come back and repeat that to figure out how many more clients you can bring and get through the door. And while all of those methods of marketing may sound fun, people always ask, well, how do I find time in the day to get it all done? So I want to talk about another important topic as a business owner that people struggle with is time management. Their whole life seems to be extreme time management all day, every day, and there's just never enough time. So I live and die by time blocking. Everything's in my calendar. Everything is color coded. It doesn't matter if it's pick up laundry, walk dog, prospect to clients, or go to bed, it's all there. I think this is an important key piece to a business owner when they're trying to figure out how to run the world one day at a time with 100 tasks at a time. So I think time blocking is the only way to ensure that when you're prospecting and generating business for whatever your audience is, you get everything in each day at that time. The key component about the time blocking piece is that business owners should spend 50% of their day prospecting for new clients. If they don't, there'll be a slowdown, and this is where businesses have too much of a roller coaster fluctuation. So having a great calendar with extreme time management and time blocking specifically for prospecting will ensure that you have a great flood of business coming through the door every month. What I find is too many people give up early. They want to take one or two cracks at it and think that's it. So the next thing I want to talk about is a really great connector for people that they understand, which is called the fortune is in the follow-up. Sometimes you have to follow up 5 times, 10 times, 15, 20, right? It's a whatever it takes mentality, but the fortune is in the follow-up. There's a great statistic that talks about touch points on phone calls and texts, and most people don't even respond till the 6th time. I know most people that are business owners normally give up after the 3rd. So I want you to remember that following up is important, but there's 2 components of that: consistency and variety. The consistency is you got to be there and follow up all the time. The variety could be the way in which you do it: a phone call, an email, a text, a video, a gift. These things keep you consistent. They will guarantee that you follow up, but the variety shows a little more your personality, and it's a little specialty touch on the potential client, where that way they can see more about who you are. You know, I'll give you a perfect example of something that happened to me about a year ago. There was a realtor in town who's now one of my friends by the name of Travis, and he found me on social, and he literally followed up with me 4, 5, 6 times, text messaging, DMing, calling me and said, hey man, I just want to get an appointment with you. I think we'd be a nice fit. Let's just chat for 20 minutes. I promise you won't be disappointed. So I took the phone call with him. A year later, we're partners. We're helping a ton of families. We're growing our businesses. We're making money. We're helping other people. It's a lot of fun. But if Travis wouldn't have followed up religiously, he would have never landed me. I would have never been able to connect with him. There would have been no history. So that's a prime example of how it works. Make sure and stick to it and follow up hard all the time. And lastly, don't forget to analyze the data. You know, the data will tell you what's working and what's not. That will ensure to make sure that you're productive and not just busy. Lead generation is the name of the game. I mean, I just shared a couple things with you guys just to help drive clarity and kind of get your momentum going. But honestly, there are hundreds of tactics and strategies out there. You just got to find what works best for you and get started. You know, lead generation for me is a personal one. I've been in this business 15 years and I've struggled a ton. Lead generation was always hard. Now it's getting easier. I went from 1 or 2 referrals a month and now I'm up to almost 200. So I'm excited about that. I'm thankful for that. I like to go all in, but the 4 or 5 that I share with you are just my foundational, rock solid things that I do all day, every day to ensure and guarantee that I can bring as much business through the door as I need. So anytime you have lead generation questions, anytime you have fears around it, just remember the secret that my coach taught me: always do the work and it'll never go away. So listen, if you found this video useful, do me a favor, like and subscribe. Even feel free to comment below. If you want to connect with me directly, call me, email me, text me. I'm always available to help. In the meantime, best of luck generating those leads for your business.